Hi, CFU over here. Welcome back to the CFU channel. Haven't subscribed yet? You are new to this? Hit on the subscribe button so you get notified when I publish. Now today I want to talk about a man called Carl Icahn and why I respect this Carl Icahn man more than Warren Buffett himself. Okay, now just an introduction. Carl Icahn is a billionaire. Okay, he's one of the top 100 or what richest people in the world. He's in US. He's they call him a billionaire corporate raider. What it means by that? Now, when you say corporate raider, meaning that he is some sort of authority figure, and which is why it makes him feared by a lot of company CEO. Why do they fear him, right? Why do a lot of public listed company CEO actually fear him? Because he preys on company which make idiot or make stupid decision, and when the CEO himself is an idiot, now that is where when he sees that the CEO is making stupid decision and the CEO is an idiot, he starts acquiring the stocks of the company. Now remember, he's a billionaire. He got the means, the capital to do so. That's where, in a classic Hong Kong drama kind of scenario, once you acquire enough stocks or ownership or stake in a company, you become one of the major shareholder, and then that is where you have a say in this company, and then you rally the board of director of the company to actually say that this CEO is doing a bad job at managing the company. That is where you want to get him kicked out and replace the CEO with somebody else which is more competent. So most people think that these smartest investor or billionaire, they are someone that has all access to all this fancy technology or know all this secret strategy, the charts with artificial intelligence, AI, make decision and all that, which a common people like you and me does not have, right? Or anything that is fancy, but actually it's no. And Carl Icahn famously said this word. He said, some people get rich studying artificial intelligence and technology. He said, for me, I make money studying natural stupidity. Make money studying natural stupidity. Okay, so let me give you, if you read about him, it's very interesting. This is a story, is that you see that when he really want to revamp a company, he will actually set up a meeting with them, and then of course he is going to bang the table to get what he wants. And how he does that is that he's going to call up all the management of the board director or whatnot, and he's going to arrange a meeting at the most ungodly hour in a day. For example, a meeting that starts at 10 p.m. Okay, a meeting that starts at 4 a.m. in the morning. It's just, for some of it it's ridiculous, but here's why. One of the reasons he does so is, that after people have been working for a day or what, that our decision making power and our even our willpower is impaired because you are tired, you are mentally tired, you are physically tired if it's too early or too late at night. But Carl Icahn actually does that because before he went into this corporate meeting, he actually get enough sleep, right? Get enough sleep, and he get enough of rest. And then when he march into this kind of meeting, he's the one with the sharpest mind, and that is where he can actually outlast people, outlast his whatever management board and all that who has been working whole day and has been tired. For him, he's fresh. That's why he can get his what he do across. Now just imagine, if you are tired, you just want to get some sleep, you are likely to actually give in to whatever request that the other person wants, just so you can actually leave the meeting and get some sleep and all that. So that is one of his very well-known strategy if you read about him more. Now the other thing is about Carl Icahn is also a first principles thinker. I mean, with all due respect, I think all the top CEOs, the top richest men, people are also what I call first principle thinker. Now let me explain with an analogy. Carl Icahn never mistake the means to an end. He boils down, he actually breaks down the complex things. Actually, complex things are not complex, they just consist of a lot of components, which makes it complex if you look at it from high level, but if you break it down to its fundamental components, you can really clearly see what are they. And first principle is one of the power skill you can learn in your life. I mean, I'm still learning that, and especially foremost important in investing, because when it comes to investing, a lot of the time, even with the smartest people, doctor, lawyers, accountant, engineer, common sense actually oftentimes I see gets thrown out the window. That's why you see very obvious pyramid scheme or scams. You can see there's a lot of professional, high-level people actually get involved. These are not stupid people. These are actually very smart people, but still they get duped or get cheated by all these scammers because they're not using what I call the first principle. Now, that's not what I call, but if you Google that, it's what we call the first principle thinking. Because first principle thinking, if you use it for decision making, especially in investing, it boils down to this. You understand your strength and weakness. You take advantage and harness your strength. Okay, you don't work on your weakness. All right, life is too short for that. When you are reaching like 13 above, you want to use your strength, right? Harness the strength, and then you select the investment vehicle as that complement your strength. And then after that, you just adjust and adapt to ensure that that investment still positively correlate with economic growth and inflation. That's all investing is. And why is that much more impacting in any fancy tactics or any shiny object out there? Is because any investment, a very good investment, naturally grows. Okay, any good investment grows only based on these two factors, and what we call economic growth and inflation. So if that investment, that business does not grow in tandem with inflation or economic growth, then basically that investment will not go anywhere, and the price will not. It's just a matter of time before it crashes. So this is one of the core principles that I always tell my clients, right? And one of the biggest mistakes, so-called wannabe investor who are prone to this shiny object syndrome, is that they focus on what's hot at the moment, what's the best opportunity, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and all that, crowdfunding, and all that. It's either that, number one, or they actually have too much information, and they analyze everything, they overthink everything, and then what happens is that they come into a situation where there's an over-analysis paralysis. They get paralyzed, they cannot act because there's so much information out there. Or the third thing is that people just follow blindly, just follow what the auntie, uncle say, the colleague, the friend say, without actually thinking another level from themselves, and which is what I call the blind leading the blind. And when the blind leading the blind, everyone will die in the end, right? A first principle thinker never make this mistake. You see, here's the thing. The modern world is full of complexity, hype, and noise. There are people actually every day they're shouting at you, and they're talking about this fancy tactic, this new strategy, speculation, predictions, manipulation of the market, trying to time the market, what are the tools to use, and then you mix that up with people's sentiment, all investment are driven by people's sentiment. And when I talk about people's sentiment, the genius Isaac Newton famously said, he said, I can calculate the movement of stars, but not the madness of men. First principle thinking allows you to cut through the noise and stay focused on only what you can control. Now, if you want to actually think like, you know, the what we call a lesser known billionaire like Carl Icahn, how to think using the so-called first principle. Every week I'm holding, you know, a training on demand where I show you exactly using the first principle thinking, you know, to really construct an indestructible stocks and property investment portfolio that grows consistently with high certainty and is resilient against any adversity. In other words, in this training on demand, which I conduct, you know, few times a week, every week, is that I show you how to harness the 3 missing pieces that you need to apply in your investing approach to achieve massive transformation in the process. And one of it is what we call the first principle. And of course, how to actually harness your strength, not work on your weakness, no, harness your strength. Because investing, you know, you want to get the most result, you want to maximize result in the shortest time possible. We are not talking about speculation over here, but we are talking about, you know, time is too short to work on your weakness. Just harness your strength. But for most people, they don't even know what their strength is. Now, if you are looking for hype and excitement, what I'm offering cannot help you. This isn't it. However, if you are interested in sustainable investing without stressing yourself out and with real tangible result, and you know, in today's world where it's so feel saturated with noises, distraction, and empty promises, then this upcoming webcast is for you. Now, you could actually click on the link below. You know, there's a description, or there should be a link below here, or I'm showing you over here like this appearing below in this lesson. Just, you know, go to that, click on that or whatnot, and that's all I have for you. So if you're watching this from, you know, YouTube, Facebook and whatnot, click like, you know, click like if you find this useful, and lightning, smash on that notification button on YouTube so you get notified when I publish a lesson like this. And you know, hit on the lower right hand corner, subscribe as well, and let me know what you think, you know, in the comment section below. So after this screen, there will be a few videos, related video for you to watch, so make sure you watch that. So I'm CF Liu from CF Liu channel. You have a good week ahead.